If you're just tuning into the show, ladies and gentlemen, we're joined here by former Alabama wide receiver Matt Caddell on a Wednesday. Caddell played from 2003 to '07 now. Matt, I know you were a wide receiver when you played, but the offensive line does a lot of work. Now, the big boys, they don't get a lot of love, they don't get a lot of appreciation, but they do a lot of work. So with this group back, a very talented group back here, full of some five stars like Alex Leatherwood, Evan Neal, and Landon Dickerson, how would you stack this offensive line? From left to right, how do you structure this offensive line coming into this season?
I just think, I think Coach Saban's the past couple of years has really been able to have we've been able to go at least 8 to 10 guys deep that can play, be starters on the offensive line. You might have 2 to 4 guys that can play guard or tackle. But if it was me, which I think might happen, probably will happen, we won't know till a couple of weeks from now, next month. I think your left tackle is definitely going to be Alex Leatherwood. He's going to be top offensive lineman probably next year coming off the board in the NFL draft. I think guard, Evan Neal would be in that left guard position, but I think with his experience and his size, I think they're going to move him to right tackle. And I think that gives you 2 huge bookends, a left tackle and right tackle, and that leaves opportunity for somebody maybe you can kick a Tommy Brown. He could be one of those guard tackle type hybrid guys. Maybe you can kick him to left guard, or Javion Cohen, Damian George, Dalcourt, Amari Knight. Those type guys can play can play that left guard position. Be a lot of competition right there. And I think at center, obviously, I think Landon Dickerson, with his experience coming from last year, another year in the system, I think he's going to give us a lot of leadership up front. And then I think behind that, Emil Ekiyor will be competing for that position. I think he's done a great job in that role. So Landon, he can play tackle, he can play center. But I think his best position is at center as of now. And I think, Deontay Brown, obviously at the right guard, he can play.
Can't forget Cornbread, man.
Yeah, he's just such a road grader. I mean, he just moves people out of the way. I mean, you see Najee, those type guys running behind those holes that he bursts it open. You saw how our run game improved once he got back on the field last year. And I think, at the right tackle, like I mentioned earlier, I think you kick Evan Neal out there to the right tackle. You have guys like Tommy Brown. But it'll be interesting to see. I'm really excited about the 2 freshmen, Javion Cohen, Damian George. I think they're going to give us a lot of physicality, tenacity, a lot of guys that kind of fill out that 8 to 10 that can play multiple positions, whether it's guard or tackle, and just give us that much needed depth and bring a lot of competition for that offensive line, the way we get the right 5 guys out there to, really be one of the better offensive lines in the country.
Now, as much as I like the list that you have laid out here, Matt, okay, so here's mine here. My list would definitely go in this way right here. Still keep Leatherwood at left tackle. Still keep Neal at left guard. I would take Dickerson from center, move him to right tackle, but beside Deontay Brown at right guard. Center, give me Darian Dalcourt. I mean, the young man is highly athletic. I would take either Darian Dalcourt at center, or if push come to shove, I wouldn't mind Emil Ekiyor at center, just because of the fact that he juggled both center and guard in high school. If he can stay healthy, that's a big feather there in his cap. But I like your thought right there. I like your thought right there, Matt, of just having Neal at right tackle, Leatherwood at left tackle, giving yourself 2 big physical bookend guys. But to me, I'm keeping Neal at guard, right with Leatherwood, and I'm taking Landon Dickerson. I'm saying, hey, man, you're great, but you're moving to right tackle.
Yeah, and I think that's great. And I think what I was saying earlier, I mean, the more guys we have, the more depth, the more we can do offensively on the offensive line up front. with Coach Hood, I believe with Coach Flood, I'm sorry, where the more guys we have, the more multiple you can do, the better you can have your offensive line, just in case somebody has to go down. You'll be able to plug in somebody right there, and you will not lose a step. You'll still be able to keep that cohesiveness and that chemistry with the offensive line.
Absolutely. Folks, we are joined live by former Alabama wide receiver Matt Caddell, who played from 2003 to 2007 on In My Own Words every Wednesday. We appreciate Caddell as always bringing his expertise, his excitement, his passion, and his zeal to the show. Until next time, my man, be good. We appreciate it. Take care.
Thanks for having me, and always Roll Tide.
Thank you for watching Touchdown Alabama Magazine's YouTube channel. To continue to get the best in Alabama football content, subscribe here and turn on your notifications to stay connected with the hottest shows covering your Crimson Tide.